Hello?
Hey, Joe, this is Eric.
Oh, hey, Eric. How's it going?
It's going well. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing really well. How was your trip up to Washington this weekend?
It was just over the top.
Nice.
Yeah,
I really wish I could have joined you guys.
Yeah, well, you should really try next year.
Yeah, no, it's definitely on my list of things to do, for sure.
Good.
Yeah. How was did you make it up there as you expected? I mean, how was your trip up there?
Oh, man, I am just fed up with the airlines.
What's new?
If it's not one thing, it's another. I mean, we got up there, and the flight was delayed, and it was really crowded, and then getting out, and you wait, and we waited, and we waited, and we waited for the luggage, and just the wait just got out of hand.
I have not had a good experience with the airlines here domestically in probably about a year, I would say.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's just
at least
it's like getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah. Well, I hope that didn't rain on your parade, and that you actually were able to have a good time after you got up there.
Oh, I mean, it's just so wonderful to be up there with those guys. They're like family.
You got to tell me a little bit about it, because I've never been there.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful place. They've got a bunch of cabins on the water, and it's being with friends and family all the time. And my kid had just a blast, just being out in the water and just enjoying himself. It was really his first time being able to be in a boat and realize that he's on the water and not on the land. And it's at that age, it's just everything's such a new experience. It was wonderful.
So how did he handle the water? Was he was he jumpy, or was he pretty calm while he was out there? Because I know
he's pretty calm. I mean, he's a water baby of sorts. He loves the water. He just loves to be in it. Up there, the water is really cold, so we didn't really get him in the water, and he had a little bit of problems with the life jacket. The life jacket was a little tight on him, and that just made him a little uncomfortable. But after getting the first butterflies out of his stomach, he just loved it. You can tell he just is having the time of his life.
Oh, that's great. He must have been psyched to see Derek's kids also, and Mark's new baby.
Oh, absolutely. At this age, they do a lot of parallel play, and because he's not old enough yet to play with. He kind of plays alongside, but he's just starting to get the hang of playing with and interacting with, and he loves to be in packs of kids. It's just he really has a great time.
Yeah, it's like innate,
Yeah, it really is. It's fun to watch him learn. He's at this age of language explosion, and certainly being around other kids really helps.
Oh, definitely. So you guys, you went out on Mark's boat, so that must have been fun.
It was.
So what else did you guys do while you were there?
Well, on the whole boat thing, we did some crabbing where we caught some crabs and used the boat as sort of a shuttle to get from island to island. So we did a little bit of island hopping with picnicking on some islands. We cooked some great meals with the whole group of us together. And,
oh, that's great.
Yeah, and some people got some massages, just tried to chill out and relax. And it was just really low-key, a really restful trip, which is what I think about when I think about Mark and their place up there.
Yeah, it sounds like you were really able to let go, huh?
It was a longer trip for me than I've taken in the last couple of years going up there. We went for 5 or 6 days. And,
I didn't realize you were going that long.
Yeah, normally I'm just up there for a long weekend, but this time I thought, I haven't taken a vacation in a while, and I just want to get up there and chill out.
Oh, that's great. I understand that John's living up there now as well. And if for no other reason, I should go up and visit everybody, while he's there.
Absolutely. He's not living on their property anymore. He's moved just to, really close by in the mainland off of Bellingham. So he's in the area still. And he would just be tickled pink to see you and to hang out with you. I know he would. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing how, you can let so much time pass and you don't even realize it's happened when it comes to visiting with friends who live far out of town.
That's right.
Especially ones that are really close to you.
Yeah, and the oldest of friends, it's time just really flies. before you know it, it's just been a long time since you've seen somebody. So when you get that time, it's just wonderful to take advantage of it. And certainly John being all of a sudden on the West Coast, it's great to be able to just jet up to Washington and see him fairly easily.
Yeah, I told him next year I'm going to make my best effort to get up there. Yeah.
I really, really hope you do.
Yeah. Hey, Eric, time's kind of escaped me tonight. I'm supposed to meet Kristen for dinner in a little bit. So, I'd love for us to continue this conversation, maybe tomorrow or something if you're available.
Hey, that'd be great.
Okay. All right, listen, I'll call you then.
All right, take care, my friend.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Hi, this is Kristen Dodds.
And this is Joe Weiss. And we just wanted to let you know that this material is copyrighted in the year 2008 by Learn Real English, LLC. www.learnrealenglish.com.
Hello, and welcome to the vocabulary lesson for the conversation Trip to Washington. In this conversation, Joe and one of his friends named Eric are talking about a trip that Eric took with his wife and son. Eric and his family visited a friend of his and Joe's who lives in Washington. Okay, let's begin with the conversation. Joe says, "Hello?" And Eric says, "Hey, Joe, this is Eric." Hey, meaning in this situation, it's another way to say hi or hello. And Joe says, "Oh, hey, Eric, how's it going?" "Oh" here is just filler. Filler meaning that it's not even needed. There is no meaning for it. And going is short for going. And Eric says, "It's going well," or he's saying it's going okay, or it's going good. "How about yourself?" Bout is short for about. Joe says, "Yeah, I'm doing really well." Yeah is casual or informal for yes. And doing is short for doing. And Eric goes on to say, "Great." Joe says, "How was your trip up to Washington this weekend?" Now, Washington is a northwestern state of America. It's on the border with Canada. And weekend just means Saturday and Sunday. And Eric says, "Oh, it was just over the top." Over the top. This means very good. Over the top. For example, Lewis's birthday party was so much fun. It was just over the top. And Joe says, "Nice, nice." Nice meaning that's good to know that your trip went well. Nice, nice to hear that. And then Joe goes on to say, and Eric says, "Yeah, it was," and then Joe finishes by saying, "Really wish I could have joined you guys." Joined, meaning gone with. I wish I could have gone with you guys. And then Eric says, "Yeah, well, you should really try next year." And then Joe says, "Yeah, no, it's definitely on my list of things to do for sure." On my list of things to do. This means, or what Joe is saying here is, it's something that I definitely want to do. On my list of things to do. For example, I've always wanted to learn to speak Spanish. It has always been on my list of things to do. And then Eric says, "Good." And Joe says, "Yeah, did you make it up there? As you expected?" Did you make it up there? What Joe is saying is, he's saying, did you make it up there? Because Washington is north of California, the state that Eric left from.